I said earlier, with me here at the studio of our beautiful station, of course, the Inspiration Station, is, or rather, are representatives from the Public and Private Development Center. All right, let's start with you to say ladies first, right? Okay, I don't want to say behind every successful man, guys, there's really nothing like that right here this morning. All right, guys, let's just start with you, lady. What's your name?
My name is former Judith Onyebuchi.
Okay, young man.
Oma and Kachi.
Okay, and let's just get right into the program today. Can you tell us a bit about your organization and what you do, ladies first?
Thank you very much. And Enugu, the core city, we are very happy to be here. So we are from the Public and Private Development Center, PPDC. PPDC is a citizen sector organization that was created to promote increased citizens' participation in governance. So what we basically do is to provide that platform. We mobilize citizens, we empower them to engage governance at all levels, both at the federal and also at the state level, because we believe citizens are very central in governance. We can't have that good governance we all want if citizens don't participate at every stage in government. So while we do this, we also promote integrity in public sector governance. And basically what we also do is to use the Freedom of Information Act. Though we might say it's not domesticated at the state level, but gradually we are seeing, that discussion, and also that we're also seeing discussions and also the body language of state governments looking for how to promote disclosure practices at the state level. But while doing that, we assess public expenditure related information through the act at the federal level, and then break it down, publish it in a way that people understand it, and in a way that they could use the data that we put out there to start tracking contract implementation, because we believe as beneficiaries they should be aware of what the government is providing to them, how they're providing them, and then that feedback is also necessary that we tell government this is what works for us, this is how we want this project to be delivered to us, and this feedback is also very important for the government to start making informed policy decisions that affect positively the lives of its citizens, because we believe it's central. So when you say government, your responsibility, the responsibility of the government is to ensure welfare and security of its people. We believe that this role, as participatory governance, is very central in every governance, especially democratic governance.
Kindly tell us what you are here, why you are really here, and what you intend to do to achieve this engagement. It's a huge one, it's a massive, it's bigger than I think, but then broken down into little bits and pieces, possibly it would sell across to every Nigerian. All right, let's hear you.
Oh, okay. Good morning, everybody. Well, we are here in Enugu State. We are here to educate the citizens on their roles, how they can participate in governance. For the last 2 days, we've been in 3 communities in Enugu State. We've visited a couple of communities, trying to educate them and let them know that they have this power in their hands. And we also try to measure how they participate in governance, how they relate well with their representatives, and also try to let them know that they're not just supposed to relax and have projects come into their community and they're executed and they have no details about this project. And yes, because from the monitorings we've carried out, most of them do have no idea that these projects are ongoing. They have no idea how it came into the community. Most of them just say they just come, wake up, and then they see a couple of things. Exactly, laying foundations and all that. So we're here to let the people of Enugu State know that it is your right to find out who is executing this project, who is the contractor, how much was budgeted or contracted rather for this particular project, and what are you expected to see for this project. So they at in the community level can own this project and monitor it and make sure that the contractors are doing what they are supposed to, because these projects are theirs, it's in their community. So yeah, basically that's what we're here in Enugu State to do.
Beautiful faith, if you'd ask me. All right, back to you. Now, what is the role of media besides having a platform that people can actually hear your vocals? What's our role? What's the role of the media in helping your work, like make it a lot easier, social accountability, basically?
Okay. Over time, we've always believed that media are very critical in any social accountability discussions we are having. At the federal level, we've always had media as our key partners. So even while we are bringing this down to the state level, we don't want to leave them out of the conversation, because every day, people, even the taxis that brought us to this place, we were listening to Love FM, and I believe other people also listening to it at within that same particular time. So the media are very key because are the ones that they are the vehicle for disseminating this information, and people listen to them. They believe their their opinion and stake in some conversations are relatively very objective, so to say. So they are very key because they use their platforms to disseminate this information,
Definitely.
educate people. So when we come here to talk, we can't always visit all
No.
communities, but
Yeah.
if we can use this platform to talk to people, I believe we can reach a wider population. And again, we also want them to be part of the discussion, so not just reaching out to civil societies, but also seeing that we let the media also know the incentive that is, that the governance issues, provides for them. Because when people listen to you and understand this information you're passing, there's that possibility that they will be tuning on,
Definitely.
But again, we need to also make it very appealing to people. It's good we talk about other issues, but governance is the key topical issues that the media should be talking about. And their platform is very key to make sure that we reach out to people, because I believe we all are working towards a particular goal.
True.
So why don't we work in uniformity? Why don't we pool our resources, which mustn't really be money? Your
Okay.
platform is very key in this. So why don't we come together and use this platform and the resources we have to speak to our people and then get those impacts we want as a country?
Seated right here with me, I still have representatives of the Public and Private Development Center. To be part of the conversation this morning, the phone line is officially open, so you can ask them questions. All right, you are at liberty to ask them any kind of question you do not understand, broken down into simpler terms. Yes, we can use Igbo, but then communicate in English language and we'll get across to you. It's 080-980-57999, 080-980-57999. All right, now to you. We were educated on the role of the media as a platform, as a voice to the people, a wider range. Okay, so I want us to talk about something else. Are there other actors? Some other people? Do you have backup? Do you have what people say godfathers? Do you have people you're standing on their back? To push across this project to the nook and crannies. Not only of Enugu is not your sole. They are not your sole recipients of the project. Yeah. So do you have people you are riding on their back to get this across to the grassroots?
We're riding on the back of the people.
Are you serious? That's good?
Exactly, because
Coming for the people.
Exactly, because we are representing the people. We're not for any government or against any government.
Okay.
We are working for the people. We're working for Nigerians. And the only way we can push this across is when Nigerians wake up and decide that it's time to open up their eyes and ask the right questions. I mean, we're preparing for the elections, coming elections, and now we have our representatives all coming back home. Yes, campaigning and all that. So it's less. The citizens look further than just collecting the rice and the 5,000 naira. Yes, and demand for better things like roads, hospitals and schools, renovating schools in their communities, and they should demand for things more than just collecting the little things just to fill the stomach. I mean, it's so basically what we're riding at the back of the people. We're working for the people. We're for the people.
Okay, good. Now, still on, you were about to say something. Okay, add up to what you said.
Just in addition to what Kachi has said. So, for example, when he said we are working with the people, that's correct, 100% correct. Because even within communities, we have people we call the power groups, for example. The church are very viable in, for example, in this, within our own
Project,
context.
exactly.
We have youth leaders, though they are not very structured like the civil societies as you have at the federal level, but they're very key, they are influential. So even if they want to alter government policies within their own context, they can still do it. So we want this, power groups and pressure groups to start integrating governance issues in their own discussion. So when August meeting women gather, they just don't talk about specific issues, but they also talk about how that constituency project within our community, is it equipped? When you people gather, when all these forums gather, let them try as much as they can, even the church. So even the engagement we're going to have tomorrow, we have those people, the civil societies, the churches are going to be part of those discussions, because it's high time we start integrating the strengths we have within communities and let them talk about governance issues. When you have pieces of this information and discussion within their locality, you see how it builds up to improved governance. And our aim is to have efficient service delivery. So when they talk about why is this PHC, primary healthcare center, which we know its utility to local people, why is it not functioning? And they ask the right questions and they hold their local government and state government to account. you see that turnaround. You see things being done the proper way. So that's why we are coming to the people, like Kachi said.
Okay, Kachi, let's get back to you. So tell us about you. You have a program, you have an event, to herald your message apparently. So let's talk a bit about it.
No, okay. So by tomorrow will be, well, like I said, we've visited a couple of communities. We've been with them since Monday. So even though we visited them separately, so tomorrow we're bringing them all together.
Okay.
So we could have a discussion. So we're having their representatives, like stakeholders she mentioned, including the religious stakeholders as well in those communities. So we're all coming together to discuss, governance issues and figure out a way we can help them also to improve how they can improve their participation in governance, and also look for avenues. Like we have a couple of tools that we make use of. We have a Budeshi toll-free line. We have a toll-free line that we make use of. So the whole idea behind the toll-free line is to give the community people an opportunity to get back to us, ask questions. Yes, whenever they hear that the budget has been released and contracts have been awarded, they can call and ask, please, can you help us find out projects that have been awarded in our community?
Okay.
So yes, we take it up as a responsibility now to find out projects that have been awarded, the contractor, probably even find the bill of quantities as well, and then forward it to them so that they also monitor the projects as it's
from their end.
Exactly, as it's ongoing. And then if there are any reports or maybe the work has stopped, they can also call back and let us know. And what we do on our own part now is to reach out to the implementing agency to tell them, hey, the contractor has gone off site. What is the matter? So basically what I want to do tomorrow now is to give them opportunity to also give us other avenues through which we can also help them improve and for them to participate better in governance space.
We are just a citizen sector organization. We are not partisan. We are not affiliated to any political party. Our aim is to make sure that people understand governance, that they understand even tools that are available, like Kachi said, how to use them, and also the feedback that they have, what they think about what government is providing to them. Give us that feedback, and then we'll look at it and then provide them. So it will have that communication with the people and also channel their feedback to their representatives. Because over time, it looks like there's this huge gap between citizens and their representatives. So we're going to bridge that gap. So when government is working, whatever they're providing, meets priorities of the people. Because you need to know what do your people want and then provide it to them. So those feedback, those gaps, those loops that exist between the representatives and the represented are what we are going to close to make sure that.
All right, that's a beautiful one. It's still Family Love, 99.9 FM, the inspiration station. The phone line is open. It's 080-980-57999. I still have my guys here. Okay, they are pushing it. There's something about the both of you. I like the fact that you were young. I was impressed when we had the bill, the not too young to run bill, but it was kind of sad that we really don't have young people running right now. But it's a move in the right direction. All right, 080-980-57999. Now to you, Kachi, what challenges do you face in carrying out the work you do?
Okay, so when we visit different parts of the country, we're always experiencing different kinds of reactions from people. When we visited a couple of communities yesterday, like we mentioned, when you ask the question about what party do we belong to, it just reminded me. When we visited a couple of communities, most of them actually thought we were for a particular party.
Apparently.
Exactly. So but then these are the challenges we face. Most of them, it's actually a people thing now. Most of them just are more interested in just getting what do we eat now, forgetting that there is actually a future, right? You have the community leaders now in these communities. You collect what you just want to eat at that particular moment, but in this same community you have children.
True.
Right? You have your wives who when they're pregnant they have no maternity ward. You visit the PHCs, no equipment, and then you have some PHCs that open up maybe twice in a week. This is a primary healthcare sector that's supposed to be open all week, and then you have some that no beds, right? No drugs. So basically, one of the major challenges we are facing is that the people we want to be looking for ways now to get the people interested in governance. Yes, the same thing is a boring thing, but it's a very vital part of participation. That's the only way they can participate. Participation doesn't just start or end in voting or electing people into offices. It also continues after the elections, right? Yeah. So you make demands, and then they provide you with what you seek. That's basically.
All right. Beautiful, beautiful. You make demands and they provide you. Now, I can see your team isn't very big. I don't know if there are some people that are working behind the scene, but then how do you intend to do this? Touch everybody, get to everyone. It's just the both of you I can really see. How do you intend to do it? Do you intend to split yourself in bits and pieces?
We've already started splitting ourselves.
Yes, exactly.
So this work, actually, there are guys who are behind the scenes doing lots of the work, because we just got here like yesterday.
Yes.
But there are what people we call community-based monitors. They are superb. And they're all from Enugu State. Because over time, we've always been the one coming from Abuja to go and reach out to people. And we said, what's the sustainability plan for this? Because you can't come from Abuja to come and monitor PHC that someone that was constructed behind someone's backyard. So we need to start using locals, people from that community. So we started mobilizing. We called for volunteers sometime in January, and they reached out to us. And there's no money for it. But you see youth who are coming up to say, enough is enough. We want to work for our community. So they've been the one mobilizing all those people, speaking to people why they should, participate in governance and all that. And subsequently, they will be coming to this show to continue talking.
No problem. We're here to get the conversation going, reaching the nooks and crannies. Now, Kachi, your final words.
Okay, so finally, all I would want to say is the people, right? This country belongs to all of us, right?
It's a great nation.
So it's a very great nation. So the only way we can move forward is only when we speak. If you do not speak, you won't be heard, right? So let's look further behind, just above basically what you just want to put in your mouth, like I always say. Yes, let's ask for more valuable things. Make your demands right. When you have opportunities to meet your representatives, ask for more things than just the ones you put in the mouth. Basically, that's what I would say.
All right. Now, where's the event holding? Where's your location? So for people that would want to participate.
Okay, we'll have an event at Adik Suits by 10 a.m. tomorrow.
10 a.m. tomorrow.
Yes.
So come get educated, come get inspired. We're working hand in hand with these guys. Okay, they are the young ones willing to take our nation. It's a great nation. Take it to greater heights. Now, how do you intend to sustain this? Like, what I'm trying to say is your projection. Let's do 3 years from today. Where do you intend to see this? Where do you want this to be? Okay, final word.
In the next 3 years, we want to see an empowered populace, citizens in Enugu, because Enugu is one of our pilot states. But again, we have the CBMs who has been working in this area, and our aim is to have these topics integrated within these power groups we mentioned. Once that conversation starts, but again, before they start the conversation, like Kachi said something, they need to understand it, because we are in this part of the world, we are still battling with basic needs of men. People are still talking about food and clothing and all that. So issues around governance is less for them, because they don't understand, and sometimes they see it to be very technical. So that's why we want to break this information in a way that they understand it, but also in a way that we start linking service delivery to your purchasing power. So not just even your electoral choices. If I vote the wrong person I vote into power will affect the number of constructed PHCs we will have, or even schools in the next 3 years. So when people start understanding their civic responsibility to how it influences their lives, not even that 2K you collect that day, I think we'll start seeing that turn around. And that's the sustainability, because we can't keep using money to entice people. If we understand it, we own it. I know we are Africans, right? So if I know that this belongs to me, I will guide it jealously, and I wouldn't want it to be messed up. So when you understand that this PHC, you pay taxes, right? So this PHC was constructed for you by your own representative. You own it. You will make sure that whenever the contractor comes to to site, that he does the right thing. But again, you need data. So that's why we are also making sure that we provide those things you need. So you don't say you don't have access to information. So when government, for example, because sometimes it's not even the issue of governance, because at the federal level, we are seeing lots of initiatives, the budget office of the federation, all this information are out there, but people don't use it. So why don't we use it? So that's why civil societies have said, let's start breaking this information in a way that people understand them, using infographics, using local languages, so you won't have any excuse. But we need to participate. I mean, we need to wake up. We need to wake up to participate.
It saddens me that with everything, with all the media talk and everything, education and all that, we still have some guys that still believe that there's no hope for Nigeria. But the likes of you have given me hope. There's hope. Someone said hope is an open window. So we're going to do this collectively together as a people. We're going to push this change into their hearts, their eyes, their ears, and all parts of their body until they breathe, live, and eat change. All right, guys, thank you very much. It's a privilege to be here with you. That's my final word. My name is Tsunami. It's Family Love 99.9 FM. Of course, I had with me Kachi, and your name was
Ifoma.
I'm so sorry. Okay, my name, I don't know. Okay, they are from the Public and Private Development Center, and they said they have an event tomorrow at Adik Suits, right? Yes. At 10 a.m. So come. These guys are better than the sun right now. Until when you come, you'll have a feel of the both of them. Thank you, guys. I'll be back at 10 for the news of the hour. It's Family Love 99.9 FM, the inspiration station. Nigeria.